Let's explore the fascinating story of a Buddhist monk that ran away from his monastery to live on the streets with no money. An adventure of a man who dared to defy conventions and break the rules of his traditional upbringing, but also the tale of a man that modernized Buddhism to make it easily applied for the general public. Let me introduce you to Yongey Mingyur Rinpoche. Imagine being born into a life of wealth, power and prestige, with every imaginable luxury at your fingertips. This is the world that Mingyur Rinpoche was born into, as the son of a renowned Tibetan master and the head of a powerful monastic lineage. But despite the apparent blessings of his privileged upbringing, Mingyur Rinpoche struggled with intense anxiety and panic attacks from a young age. Growing up in the Himalayan region of Nepal, Mingyur Rinpoche was recognized as a prodigy and began rigorous training in meditation and philosophy from the early age of 6. He was already teaching in his own right by the time he was a teenager, but his inner turmoil persisted. As he struggled with the intense fear and uncertainty that came with his panic attacks, Mingyur Rinpoche turned to his spiritual practice for solace and guidance. Through years of dedicated practice and self-exploration, he eventually found a path to inner peace and awakening. As Mingyur Rinpoche's practice deepened, he began to attract the following of his own, drawing students from all over the world who were seeking his guidance and wisdom. Eventually, he was given the rare honor of becoming an abbot of a major Buddhist monastery at the young age of 26. Mingyur Rinpoche oversaw the spiritual development of hundreds of monks and nuns, as well as thousands of students around the world. He also led numerous retreats and teachings on meditation and mindfulness. But despite his many responsibilities as the abbot of a major monastery, Mingyur Rinpoche made a radical decision that shocked his followers and set him on a new path of self-discovery and exploration. He left the monastery in the middle of the night without telling anyone where he was going or when he would return. For the next 4 years, Mingyur Rinpoche lived as a wandering yogi, traveling alone and penniless through the Himalayas, India and Nepal. He lived in caves, forests and abandoned buildings and survived on whatever food he could find. One of the inspirations for Mingyur Rinpoche's retreat was his curiosity about whether his Buddhism could still ease his mind outside the walls of the comfortable monastery. Despite his extensive training in meditation and philosophy, he realized that he had never truly tested his understanding of the Dharma and the real world. During this time, Mingyur Rinpoche continued his spiritual practice, meditating for hours each day in solitude. He also faced numerous physical and emotional challenges, including hunger, illness, and loneliness. But Mingyur Rinpoche's retreat was not just a physical journey. It was a profound spiritual journey, one that helped him to deepen his understanding of the nature of reality and the true meaning of compassion. Through his experiences in the wilderness, Mingyur Rinpoche learned to let go of his attachment to material possessions and to cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and contentment. He also developed a greater appreciation for the natural world and the interconnectedness of all beings. But his retreat was not without its challenges. At times, he faced doubts and uncertainty about his decision to leave the monastery and his role as a spiritual teacher. He also struggled with the fear of being alone and the uncertainty of not knowing where his next meal would come from. But through his unwavering commitment to his spiritual practice, Mingyur Rinpoche emerged from his retreat as a transformed person. He returned to his role as a spiritual teacher with a renewed sense of purpose and a deepened understanding of the nature of reality. Mingyur Rinpoche's retreat was a profound journey of self-discovery and spiritual transformation. It taught him the value of simplicity, solitude, and inner peace, and helped him to develop a deeper sense of compassion and interconnectedness with all beings. After 4 years of wandering alone in the wilderness, Mingyur Rinpoche returned to society with a new sense of purpose. He wanted to find a way to bring the benefits of meditation and mindfulness to a wider audience to help people cope with the stresses and challenges of modern life. He began to collaborate with leading neuroscientists to study the effects of meditation on the brain. Together, they discovered that regular meditation practice can lead to significant changes in brain structure and function, including increased activity in regions associated with attention, emotional regulation, and empathy. These findings had important implications for the general public. They suggest that meditation and mindfulness practices can be powerful tools for improving mental health and well-being, and can help us cultivate a greater sense of compassion and connection with others. Mingyur Rinpoche went on to use these insights to develop innovative meditation programs that are accessible and relevant to people from all over the planet. His teachings have already helped countless individuals find peace and clarity in the midst of life's challenges, and his work continues to inspire others to explore the transformative potential of meditation and mindfulness. In a world that is increasingly fast-paced, stressful, and disconnected, Mingyur Rinpoche's work is more important than ever. Through his collaboration with neuroscientists and his commitment to making meditation accessible to all, he's helping to build a more compassionate and connected world, one person at a time. While the benefits of meditation and mindfulness practices are becoming more widely recognized, it's not always just simply enough to know that meditation is good for you. It's also important to learn these practices in a way that is easily understandable and applicable to daily life. That's where Mingyur Rinpoche's approach to teaching mindfulness stands out. He's known for his down-to-earth style and his ability to make these ancient practices accessible and relevant to modern audiences. His YouTube channel, which features videos of his talks and guided meditations, has become a popular resource for people seeking to learn more about mindfulness and meditation. And it comes to no surprise that he has attracted the attention of the West with videos like Pizza Meditation. And by making these practices relatable and engaging, Mingyur Rinpoche has helped to demystify meditation and mindfulness and make them accessible to a wider audience. He recognizes that not everyone can or wants to spend years living in a monastery, and he has made it his own mission to share these powerful practices with people from all over the world. And his own journey is a powerful reminder that no matter how difficult our struggles may be, there's always hope for finding inner peace and happiness. His battles with anxiety and panic attacks could have easily derailed his spiritual path, but instead, they became the catalyst for his exploration and eventual awakening. Through his teachings and personal example, Mingyur Rinpoche shows us that no matter where we are in our life or what challenges we face, we all have the potential to cultivate greater peace, happiness, and well-being.